don't come to the realization that you have to find a type for yourself, and that's how you have to sell yourself. What do you dream of? What are your aspirations? What inspires you to take action every day to live your dreams? For me, it's acting. If they don't know, we're not being cast.
They don't know the audience to sell you.
If you send it to the wrong people, they're not going to sell you to begin with.
One of my dreams one day is to walk past here and see my name on like one of these billboards. Today, I'm going to meet up with some friends and tell them all about this idea, and hopefully, which I'm sure, they're going to love to want to be on camera. Are we right? Are we good enough? Do we fit the role that's being cast? Like anyone in any profession, take a look at ourselves. And I mean take a good, honest look and be truthful to ourselves about who we are, what we look like, what we can sell, what we can't sell, and do that self-evaluation. Long journey these feet walk before they become famous. The bare bones of an actor. All that we are, and we hope that you will enjoy the journey. Another successful audition. Yay! Yeah, so the first show, what did you think about it?
Awesome. Of course.
Great, fabulous.
Did you start?
Thought-provoking.
It's like get you to start working on your goals.
I had to get very specific, yeah. It's always great to watch shows where you're in the same field with other people, knowing that you're not the only person alone in that struggle.
Right.
So, yeah, that definitely inspires you, and it says, okay, let me get on track. Let me get focused, because I think that's the biggest challenge. I don't know, I could just be speaking for myself. For a lot of us as actors is focusing and all these distractions that's happening in our lives.
The distractions just, they hang over you, and you can kind of get yourself mired down in the minutiae of the day and this and that, and kind of feeling that you don't have your energy. And then you see that and you're like, no, I can reclaim my power. I can start from here and make my path, and I can do that. And wherever you are, you can always move ahead.
And it's always fun to have your friends and family with you on your journey.
So this is like a prime lesson and example of the industry. Who you know? Well, yeah. Yeah, you know, I always say that. I go, who you know, who you blow. I mean,
yeah.
But for us, it's going to be our turn to be who you know.
Yeah.
So we're in the know, and we're going to do our show.
Ooh,
and that's a new. There you go. You're in the know. You're in our show. Ha! You think that your pictures and everything sells you as you see yourself?
One, I had to do reflection, and my next step is now the vision. Does it match? So it's still a work in progress. I think we were all came into this earth to fulfill a purpose. So what I do as an actor, started off as a dancer first, then an actress. Then other creative juices started, writing and producing. So it's really fulfilling my purpose, because it doesn't feel like work.
I feel that my pictures is me. All my pictures says me.
Right.
My weakness is my resume.
Okay.
Now I got stuff on my resume. You know when you start your resume, you put
everything.
You put everything on your resume. I do it because I love it. And now that I'm retired, I can do it even more. But it takes a lot more work. When I was doing it before and I was working, you get a little lazy because you got something else to fill in your finances. But now, since this is the only thing I do, I realize that I got to pick up the pace.
I do what I do because I have to do what I do. It's inside of me. All I ever wanted to be was an actress. Some little kids want to be the fireman or this or that, and I saw kids in TV shows, and I thought that's what I want to do. And I'd watch the shows, and I'd watch the kids, and I'd be jealous of the kids because But on the flip side, I was also kind of shy. So it took me a while to kind of come into myself to get to the confidence to be able to get there.
I do it because it keeps me going. It keeps me moving in this journey called life. It keeps me moving in this journey of my dream.
We got to get to the knit grit raw of who we are and what we want. Let's say what we want, because it ain't what we want. It is what they want. Fit into the box so that we can come to you, the audience.
Have you called in any actors that you've maybe auditioned for a project that they weren't right for, and then later on you said, oh my God, this project is so great for...
Absolutely. And directors I've worked with, they remember, because you never forget talent. They may not necessarily be for that specific project, but you keep them in mind because a casting director is always casting. We have casting friends, so we talk about talent. We have agent friends. And so I worked on a project on New Jersey Drive where we weren't able to cast the actress, but then Nick Gomez, he went on to do another film and he actually cast that actor.
We come up against an obstacle. Just change your mind. You know, that's what it's all about. It's like changing your mind and saying, okay, if I want something badly enough, how do I get it?
Right. I love what you just said. It's energy and it's about the state of mind, because a breakdown will say specifically what we're looking for.
Right.
But if you walk in that room and you totally embody that character, you're going to get that job. That's why there's erasers, delete buttons, and liquid paper. Changes happen all the time.
So coming in the room, you know,
with the best performance possible. I'm not going to invest my thinking in, does the director like me? Does the casting director like me? I'm not going to, because if you don't know them personally, how are you ever going to know? When I was doing Eve's pilot, and towards the end of auditions, you know, you go through a series, callback, second callback, and then you get to the producer session, which is all the network and all the producers and everyone. So it's probably like about maybe 20 people in the room. And this actress was auditioning, and she put her heart into it. And one of the producers said, you're really talented, but you know what? You're just not pretty enough to be a star.
I think we're all stars. If you get up in the morning and you commit to, I'm going to be an actor, I'm going to go do the journey, I'm going to audition and audition well because that's my job until I get booked. But I know some people have that, so it's interesting that you said that because that was one of the things I was going to ask you.
Reality TV makes you a star.
Emaciated, you know.
Sexy.
Make me a star.
Defining being a star. You know, I agree with you. I think that, and the whole making it, I think that when you decide to do it, you've made it.
Right.
It takes a lot of courage to do this and to be an actor. So not everybody is cut out and has the stamina to be on this journey, because that's what it is. I love when people watch TV or movies and they're like, I could do that.
I know.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a gig, man.
Yeah.
And this is the only business where, you know, people don't say to a law student or a medical student, what you gotta fall back on.
Right.
Nobody says that to them.
No.
But in acting, it's like, you know, oh, we're just floating around, and it's like, it's not real, it's not tangible.
It's not tangible. What were some of the things that you enjoyed as a casting director?
Oh man, I enjoyed the actors. I made a commitment to myself when I started on music videos, and I was a little challenged because music videos are not about talent necessarily. It's more of a look.
Okay.
And so with my background, I wanted to, you know, I wanted to work with actors. Every time somebody would walk in that room, and in my mind, I'm like, they might be the one. They might be the one.
Wow.
So that's what kept the momentum. I didn't know this at the time, but I was actually coaching in the audition. If I saw someone that was getting it, and needed some tweaking, then I would say, okay, we're going to do it again. And I would say to my assistant, all right, erase that tape. Now this is what they're looking for. This is what I was just naturally doing, but it turned into an acting coach when I did New Jersey Drive, and I auditioned every actor from Biggie to Tupac, and I was like, these rappers need help transitioning to film and television. And my process is always the thought first, and then the words that support it into manifestation. And then I was like, okay, maybe I should be an acting coach to musical artists who are transitioning. And then I saw Grant Hill on Living Single playing himself and sort of having a challenge doing that.
Being himself.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, maybe musical artists and athletes transitioning to film and television. I believe that My purpose in life is to inspire and motivate and encourage actors on this journey, to reinforce to them that it's real. It really is real. Yeah.
What is everything that you're presenting to the people that can hire you? What is it saying?
Do is try to improve it, go out there next time, hustle a little bit harder, try to figure out, well, what didn't quite click.
Whatever goal that we set for ourselves, wherever we want to be, whether it's leading lady in a film or the recurring role on a TV show, we have not eaten on the same boots for the last 10 years. Do your hair the best way you can, scrape and save to buy makeup, and we suffer.
Right, exactly. You know what's inspiring? Oprah Winfrey has this master's class, and it was Morgan Freeman. I had to watch it. And he's speaking about his journey, you know, got kids, you know, paying private school, and being on the grind and on the grind and on the grind. He didn't make it until he was about 50.
Exactly.
You also have to be perfecting your craft.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so while you waiting, you know, waiting to get to your level.
I don't think they waited. I think, you know, they were grinding like we grind.
But that's just my way of saying wait.
Sometimes you start out, you're like, oh, well, I'll be this person, I'll be this person. It's like you try to remake yourself into who you think they want. But then you're always just going to miss it.
Think of the outcome you want and ask the question that way.
That makes sense because they don't know you. They have nothing to judge on except for that picture, which is what's
Exactly.
going to be. So what do you see when you see this picture?
Because they said, well, is this a nice picture? They're gonna go.
But think of a person like Whoopi. Whoa. You know what? You know, if you pick up kids late, they take them to the precinct. You better go.
Any class will tell you just to be prepared to go in there.
If you do a lot of cold reading, you'll be that much better.
It's your job to learn how to walk in the room and take command of the room and, you know, say, this is my space.
I had the script a little while, and I went in there, had my coat on, my street coat on, you know, and I just went through it, and I had all this on, and then I thought about it after it was over. I said, oh man, you know, I really needed to take my coat off, you know, show them that I wanted to be part of the project.
Are you ready for me? That's what you should be thinking. Are you ready for me?
Hi, my name is Nadej Pratap. I am love, breath, life. I'm a mother. I'm an actress, writer, producer.
I'm Amy Matroka. I'm an actress, a photographer, and a writer.
Frederick Michaels. I'm a director, actor, sound tech, sound designer. I mess with computers at the hospital.
You have to know what your product is, and for us, we are a product. And so we have to be honest with ourselves no matter how hard it hurts. Truth, baby, sometimes hurts. That's the life of an actor. It may be a tough job for anyone to self-evaluate, to stand in the mirror and be completely naked and see your flaws and your weaknesses and your strengths and your goodness and say, okay, this is who I am.
Welcome to an actor's life. You're not good enough. You're not good enough. No, really, shut the hell up. So at the closing of our show, our second taping, yay! Thank you for coming into our world. On to auditions and casting calls and classes and whatever else there is in this journey. But